much once again for coming out here. Let's do a bit of a census of the room. Make some noise if you're British. What's happening to this country, sir? It's Make some noise if you're not British. Yeah, there we go. That's what's happening. They're taking over. That's what's happening. No, it's very good. If you come here with a friend and you never see my comedy, I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself. My name is Dragos. I'm originally from Romania. If you don't know what that means, it means growing up my favorite color was cement. Sometimes cement red when a cat's not quite fast enough. Yes. But we're gonna have a fun night here. Now, if you've seen some of the comedy online, you know there'll be some audience interaction at some point. I'll do some jokes and I'll talk to some of you guys. And so usually how that goes is either you have a panic attack, or you hide under your chair, or you respond. Okay, so we're gonna have a fun night tonight. I'll tell you guys a little bit more. I came here from Berlin, Germany. Make some noise if you've ever been to Berlin, Germany. A couple of you guys, yes, I lived there for the past 5 years, but I did not start off my year in Berlin, Germany. I started my year in Mexico, Mexico City. Make some noise if you have any Latinos here. Usually they're like, ah! But London broke these ones, okay? They are damaged beyond repair. Where are you from, young lady?
Costa Rica.
From Costa Rica, okay, very nice. We'll talk a bit of that. I'll take you for my journey of learning un poquito de español. I was there for 3 months and then I returned back to Berlin at the start of the year, and I had forgotten how brave of a city Berlin is. It's a very brave city. How brave? My first day back, I saw a guy peeing in the middle of the street at 2 p.m. And it was a windy day. Yes, I was there. This is my second time going to Mexico. I went there for the first time last year. My first time there, 2 weeks there. First day, I got COVID. Yes, I had the chance to experience the Mexican culture in quarantine through the Uber Eats app. I got back to Germany. The Germans were like, Dragos, how is Mexico? Well, say what you will about Mexico, but their sushi is affordable. The Mexicans, they're very curious about Germany, Berlin. They're like, Dragos, you would like to go to Berlin? Please tell us, what is there to do in Berlin, Germany? And of course, when someone asks me this, I tell them there's 2 things you must do in Berlin. Number 1 is you have to go to the Holocaust Museum. And number 2 is you have to go to the Kit Kat Club. Now, if you don't know what the Kit Kat Club is, it's a sex fetish club. And if you've never been to a sex fetish club, I'll tell you what happens there. They do the same things they did at the Holocaust Museum, but for fun. I would like to state for the record that I wrote this joke at the start of the year. This is not a topical joke, okay? Yes, it's very nice. I've been living in Germany now for about 5 years. I'm doing very well. I focused on learning German. How well am I doing in German? I speak a little bit of Spanish. That's how well, okay? Yes, that's how I focus very hard. I was there in Mexico for 3 months. It was very interesting. My first time going to North America overall. The first time I went to North America was to the USA in 2015. And of course, when I went there, I introduced myself as Dragos from Romania. And the Americans, they were very welcoming. They were like, Dragos, welcome. We know everything about Romania. Dragos, vampires. Yes, Dragos, we've seen Twilight, Vampire Diaries. Dragos, I love your culture. Please tell me, is your family back in Romania, is it full of vampires? Woo! That's very cute. Now, they're not all vampires, but they do all suck. So this time around, as you can imagine, I was expecting to have a friendly conversation about the vampires of the Mexicans, but at the end of 2022, it's been 7 years since 2015. A lot of things had changed. Because this time around, I would introduce myself as Dragos from Romania, but the reaction was different. This time around, the number 1 reaction was this: Dragos, you're from Romania? You're from Romania? Do you know Andrew Tate, bro? Oh my God, Dragos, do you know Andrew Tate? Please tell me, how are the conditions in prison in Romania? Now, at this point in my life, I had never heard of Andrew Tate, okay? No idea, never heard of this guy. Make some noise if you've never heard of Andrew Tate. Hear that? That's the sound of good mental health. Where are you from, sir?
Turkey.
From Turkey. You don't want to learn about Andrew Tate, yes? I had never heard about Andrew Tate before, so I was surprised to find out that the number 1 thing people knew about my country was something I had never heard of before. So of course I did the logical thing and I went and I watched 48 hours of Andrew Tate content. And after having watched 48 hours of Andrew Tate content, I can now explain him to you. Andrew Tate is kind of like a motivational speaker for rapists. Yes, if you've ever had the thought but not the courage, you go and check out some Andrew Tate content, yes? Yes, he's a gentleman who has been in prison in Romania for about 6 months on charges and allegations of human trafficking. My friends, they call it cultural appropriation. Andrew Tate is a Romanian problem. Yes, he is a Romanian problem. But I did some research and I found out that Andrew Tate was not originally a Romanian problem. Because it turns out Andrew Tate, originally, he's a British citizen. Yes, it was your problem. Andrew Tate is a British citizen who moved to Romania to do crime. Well, how the tables have turned. In 2023, there are British people moving to Romania to do crime. Wow, karma is a bitch, no? I couldn't believe it myself, but I could not wait. I went back into Romania this summer to have a serious conversation with all of my Romanian friends, and the topic was straightforward. We have to strengthen border control regulation in our country. We've rented a couple of buses, it's happening, okay? We cannot wait. We have to strengthen border control regulations in Romania because there are dangerous criminals moving to Romania from outside of the European Union. We cannot allow this to happen. First Romania, then what? Bulgaria? We cannot allow this to happen, yes. Hurts, doesn't it? But yes, this negative thing is what people in Mexico knew about Romania, but that's normal because sometimes negative information travels faster than positive information, yes? And while I was in Mexico, my mother only heard negative things about Mexico. She called me in December, she said, Dragos, are you okay, Dragos? Because I was watching Antena 3 in Romania, Dragos. Hi, Dragos, and they were saying some terrible things. Apparently, Mexico is very dangerous because the cartel is fighting the government is fighting the cartel, but the cartel is winning because they have more tanks than the government. Dragos, don't go buy tacos. Leave Mexico, it's too dangerous. So I had to tell my mother, look, Mom, that's very ignorant. You know, actually, Mexico is a gigantic country. It's a huge country. I was in Mexico City. The cartel was in the north of Mexico. I told my mom, calm down, Mom. I'm pretty sure the tanks are closer to you. Please move to Mexico City. Moldova won't last. But it was very interesting. I was there. I was in Mexico at a very important moment. I was there when something massively important happened for Latino culture. While I was there, something massively important happened for Latino culture. And every now and then, there's a person in from Argentina in the audience. They raise their hand. They say, Dragos, are you talking about Argentina winning the World Cup last November? Nobody gives a fuck, okay? Argentina is the UK of Latin America. But I'm not talking about Argentina winning the World Cup. The most important thing to have happened for Latinos in the past 10 years was, of course, Shakira's divorce. Yes, Argentina winning the World Cup was important, but Shakira's divorce was a lot more messy. Make some noise if you heard about Shakira's divorce. Now make some noise if you've read the Bible. Exactly, okay? Shakira's more important than the Bible. But I gotta be honest with you, I was just trying to learn a bit of Spanish, to talk to the people in Spanish, but the only conversation happening, the only topic for conversation was, ay, did you hear about Shakira? Ay, no creo, no veo, ay, pobre Shakira, ay, mi reina. I didn't want to learn, but every gossip was about Shakira, Shakira this, Shakira that. Everybody was talking about Shakira. And I didn't really care because, you know, why should we care about someone's breakup? People break up every day. Why is Shakira so special? Make some noise if you broke up recently. The rest of you are smart. Yourself, sir, what happened? What's your name? What's that? David, you are from? Hungary. Good for you. So you broke up with a young lady or a young man or what happened?
It just didn't work.
It didn't work? How long ago was this breakup?
How long ago? I was early August.
Early August? You're counting the days. And where was she from?
She has been from the UK.
How long were you guys together for?
Slightly more than a year.
Okay, you'll survive. Round of applause for this man and his broken heart. Yes. Yes. People were talking about Shakira. I was just trying to learn Spanish. Make some noise if you're learning a language. Yes. What are you learning, sir?
German.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
I've got the app.
You've got the app. Which app?
Babbel. It's a free trial.
Oh, it's a free trial. So like 7 days. So you've just downloaded it today. But this is now part of your identity. I'm learning a language. Yeah. Schnell. And you decided on German because you have any particular chemistry with German? Is she German?
No, I've got German friends.
German friends?
Yeah.
Doesn't sound legit. I've been living in Germany for 5 years. They don't have friends. They have business interests, okay? Where are you from, sir?
I'm British, but I grew up in the Cayman Islands.
The Cayman Islands, very nice. So you're definitely a business interest to them, okay? Also, you gotta use an app. I'm using Duolingo to learn Spanish at the moment. It's been very useful. It has taught me very useful phrases such as El cerdo está en la cocina. If you don't speak Spanish, that means the pig is in the kitchen. It's a very useful phrase. I use it to all my friends and family, okay? And you can also use it in the context of political conversations. It's my friends from Argentina and Venezuela, we're having a conversation in Spanish. They're like, Dragos, the situation at the moment in Latin America is no bueno, okay? The government is not nice to us. The USA is stealing our resources. What do you think, Dragos? And my response was, of course, El cerdo está en la cocina. And they're like, Dragos, what a beautiful metaphor. You've summarized the situation beautifully, okay? This is exactly what is happening. These pigs are in the kitchen, okay? And I was trying to learn it through the interaction to talk to the people there, but the conversation was only about Shakira. At that time, people were only talking about Shakira, and I didn't really care, but I do like a little bit of gossip, right? A little bit of gossip here and there. And the gossip was that Shakira broke up with her husband, a football player from Barcelona, a man called Piqué. A man terrible at financial decisions because he traded a Rolex for a Casio. But the thing that piqued my interest was apparently how Shakira found out that this man was cheating on her. Some of you guys might know, yes? If you don't know, apparently Shakira, and this is true, Shakira found out that her husband was cheating on her because she noticed that the level of jam consumption in her fridge had increased exponentially. Yes, you heard me right. At the end of every week, Shakira monitors jam consumption data in her household, okay? Yes, she analyzes this data and she extrapolates learnings, okay? Because everybody knows that Shakira's real passion is data science. But yes, apparently there was this type of jam that only she would eat, and she would come home and there was no jam. But the husband didn't eat it. So then what happened? You see, sometimes paranoia pays off, okay? But I asked my I was a bit confused about this data science jam. I was like, what the fuck is happening here? So I asked my Mexican friend to explain this Shakira situation to me in a straightforward manner, okay? And my Mexican friend did not disappoint. My Mexican friend said, Dragos, ay Dragos, let me tell you the tragedy of pobre Shakirita, mi reina, Dragos. Ay. Dragos, you're not gonna believe what happened to Dragos. Shakira, she was working hard. She went out to work to put food on the table for her babies, Dragos. Shakira was working hard away from home. Dragos, Shakira was working. Lole, lole, lole. Lole, lole, lole. And while she was away working hard, her pendejo of a husband, Dragos, he brought a puta in the household. And por Dios, Dragos, this puta ate her jam and fucked her man. And this was the tragedy of Shakira. But I didn't really care too much about this gossip. I didn't like it, I didn't enjoy it, but what really fascinated me about it was how fast this gossip propagated throughout the world, yes? I had never seen information travel as fast as this piece of gossip. And when I saw this, I thought to myself, there's something to be learned here. If gossip can travel so fast by the way, if information can travel so fast by the way of gossip, then we need to use this knowledge to improve our society. If information can travel so fast by the way of gossip, I recommend we use gossip as a method of teaching in our educational institutions. Yes, what I recommend is every lesson in a classroom starts like this. The teacher walks in, the first thing they say is, I know something you don't know. I know something you don't know. Oh no, teacher, what is it? What do you know? I cannot tell you. This was told to me in confidence. Please tell us, we want to learn. And that's how you get people to learn, yes? Okay, one of my favorite pieces of gossip from Mexico was this. One of my Mexican friends sat me down and said, Dragos, you're not going to believe what just happened in Mexico. This doesn't happen in Europe. I was like, oh, what happened? So Dragos, this doesn't happen in Dragos. We just found out that there's a judge on the Supreme Court in Mexico, and apparently, Dragos, this doesn't happen in Europe, trust me. I heard this judge from Mexico, Supreme Court judge, they just found out that he plagiarized his thesis for his PhD. Dragos, can you believe this? Can you believe this? I was like, can I believe it? Hey! My friend, this has been happening so much across Europe for the past 20 years that my instinctual reaction was to defend the guy, okay? I was like, hey, plagiarism is such an aggressive accusation. When this happens where I'm from, the number one go-to reason we usually assume he wanted to offer an homage to the original thesis, yes? This is not plagiarism, this is just the start of a character development arc, okay? First you plagiarize a thesis, then you get a position of power in the government, then you go to jail for corruption, then you exit jail, and you start a YouTube channel about cooking. Because this is exactly what one of the main politicians in Romania did. He went to jail for corruption for a couple of years, he came back and started a YouTube channel where he teaches you how to cook delicious dishes after stealing the people's funds. And he's teaching how to cook delicious dishes, but he forgot to disable the comments. So anyone can comment on his videos, okay? So as you can imagine, people were giving him recipes on how to feed his family. It was mostly meat-based dishes, okay? It was Dragna. That's okay, sounds good, okay? I'm gonna go see his recipe for meat. Yeah. ChatGPT, you guys are using it. Make some noise again if you're using ChatGPT. Very nice. What did you use it for, Polish guy?
So I had to write a polite, non-aggressive email to my boss. not a Polish way.
I use it. Can you please translate that to British English for me? Just write one word. Kurwa. My dear employer, I would like to inform you that at this point I am not very happy with the conditions that have been offered to me in this company. I am looking for a way to conciliate our agreement. Kurwa. Very nice. Well, I've been asking people about ChatGPT recently because it's it's the latest technology, and I've come across two types of people that use ChatGPT. There are people that use ChatGPT for good, and there are people that use ChatGPT for evil. And I was in Germany, Berlin, and I asked this question, who's using it for what purpose? And this German guy raised his hand. He said, Dragos, I have to confess, I'm using ChatGPT for good. I said, well done, my German friend. What's your good use case for this new technology? He said, Dragos, I'm using ChatGPT to write opening lines on Tinder. Oh, that's a good use case, right? That's a good use case. And does it work, sir? Dragos, I'm amazed. It works every time. I was like, wow, can you see how advanced this technology is? This technology is so advanced that it can now equip Germans with social skills. Next level in technology evolution, yes? And then this one lady in the audience said, Dragos, I have to confess, I'm using ChatGPT for evil. I was like, oh no, madame. What is your evil use case for this new technology? So Dragos, just today I asked ChatGPT to help me friend zone these two guys I'm talking to. I was like, wow, diabolical. And what did ChatGPT reply? Dragos, I'm very disappointed. ChatGPT said you shouldn't friend zone anybody. Because the act of friend zoning can damage someone emotionally. And if you feel like friend zoning somebody, it means you have some emotional damage of your own. I recommend urgent therapy. And it is in that moment that I realized ChatGPT is a man. Helping guys get laid on Tinder, protect them for the friend zone. Inbuilt male bias in our technology. Start coding ladies because it's what happens when lonely men code. But a lot of people are telling me, Dragos, ChatGPT is coming for every job. It's coming for every job. What's your job, sir?
Software engineer.
Yes.
Do you live in fear? Are you afraid?
No, I'm not.
I am good. What kind of software do you build? Back end, front end? Are you doing DevOps?
Financial software.
Financial software for the next crisis? Yes. For who? For Credit Suisse? A little joke for the city there.
A few years ago, it was for Credit Suisse.
Yes. Look at them now. That was me. Very nice. But now you've branched out, yes?
Yes.
Very nice. You're not afraid. Are your colleagues afraid?
No, they're not.
Thank you for your answers. They're very straight to the point. Very nice. What about your friend? Oh, this is the Croatian, yes?
Yes.
Yes, very nice. You work together with him, or?
No, I'm not.
I'm not his friend. Where are you from, sir?
From Italy.
From Italy, very nice. And more Italians here?
Woo!
She's like, this is the Italian line. You also Italian? Is Italian bingo? 111? Very nice. Which part of Italy?
Which part? Northern Italy.
Northern Italy. Okay.
Bologna.
Sense the distinguishedness. I am very close to Switzerland. Financial products are my passion. Very nice. But a lot of people tell me ChatGPT is coming for your job. You should be afraid as well, Dragos, because ChatGPT, people are saying it's going to take away blue-collar jobs. It's actually taking away white-collar and creative jobs, right? It's a lot of creative stuff. So as a comedian, you're not safe. So I thought to myself, well, I'm going to have to use ChatGPT to write stand-up comedy. So I read the ChatGPT and I said, ChatGPT, write me some stand-up comedy. And ChatGPT said, I need context. That's all right, here's some context. I am from Romania, my mother's from Romania, my father doesn't love us. And ChatGPT said, perfect. This is good context for comedy. And he wrote some jokes for me. The first joke ChatGPT ever wrote for me was this. When I was growing up in Romania, we were so poor we couldn't afford a dog. I was like, motherfucker, I never mentioned anything about being poor. What the fuck? But this technology is so advanced that they immediately figured it out from the context. I was like, damn, technology is here, guys. Wow. I think I continued the joke, and the rest of the joke was, when we were growing up in Romania, we were so poor we couldn't afford a dog. The only thing we could afford was a piece of dog shit. Well, that's a bit aggressive. The machine seems somewhat antagonistic. Let's try another one. ChatGPT, write me a joke about the broader Eastern European people. And ChatGPT said, I have the context. Here's the joke. What did the Eastern European say when he received his first salary? I was like, I don't know, ChatGPT, what did he say? He said, great, I can finally afford to bribe the government. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, ChatGPT, that's very offensive. And ChatGPT replied, the truth hurts. I was like, what is this, Terminator 2? What the fuck? I was like, let's try one more. ChatGPT, write a joke about myself. I'm a Romanian comedian. I do shows around Europe. Do my best. Use that as your context. And ChatGPT said, okay, here's a joke. Why did the Romanian comedian cross the road? I was like, I don't know. Why? Because he was cheaper than the chicken. So why is this machine so violent? I got very annoyed, so I immediately wrote a letter to customer support of ChatGPT and I said, hey guys, you've created some very racist technology. It was like, actually, our founder is from Albania. No, but they said our technology is trained on real data generated by real people on the internet. You don't have a problem with us, you have a problem with the world. I was like, touche. Then I thought to myself, it means I have discovered a superpower for this technology. I have discovered a superpower for this, a new use case for this technology. I have discovered that I can use ChatGPT to write offensive jokes about different nationalities. But I thought to myself, I'm gonna use this power for good. I'm gonna use ChatGPT to write offensive jokes about nationalities that don't get enough abuse. It's like, ChatGPT, write me a joke about people from Switzerland. Do we have anyone from Switzerland here? Of course, why would they be here? Why would they be here? And ChatGPT said, okay, here's a joke about Switzerland. How do you know you live in Switzerland? I was like, I don't know how. Because the food is so expensive, you'd rather eat your money. I said, that's okay, but I really wanted something as aggressive as cheaper than the chicken, okay? This is the level of abuse I want for Swiss people, okay? Let's get another country there. Let's ChatGPT write me a joke about people from Denmark. And ChatGPT said, I need context. Not even ChatGPT knows anything about these people. They're a complete mystery, okay? Nobody knows anything about them. What's that?
I said socialist.
Socialists.
Well,
Thank you. Well, yeah, the only thing I know about Denmark is that sometimes people go there to commit crime to go to prison because it's nice. But I went to read some news about Denmark at the start of the year to give ChatGPT some context, and the number one piece of news from Denmark at the start of the year was this far-right politician burns Quran in front of mayor's office. And I was like, I'm not putting that to ChatGPT. I was like, it's not nice what this guy did. He burnt the Quran in front of the mayor's office. It's not nice to do that, to burn something that culture holds sacred. It's not nice. Imagine how Danish people would feel if I did that to them. Imagine how Danish people would feel if I went in front of the mayor's office in Copenhagen and I started burning Legos. It's the only thing they have sacred. Yes, imagine how people in Berlin would feel if I went in Berlin in front of the mayor's office and I started burning a kebab. Imagine how people in Romania would feel if I went to Bucharest in front of the mayor's office and I started burning a BMW secondhand from Germany. People would riot! They're like, but Dragos, it only has 10,000 kilometers. Okay, Dorel, I was thinking about, a lot of people saying ChatGPT is the future of education. And when I heard about this, I was thinking about my interactions with the educational system because I had to review my experience with the educational system because a couple of years ago, I came across some information that made me review it. A couple of years ago, I found out that I have mild dyslexia. Make some noise if you know what dyslexia is. Make some noise if you have it. Hypochondria, dyslexia, is it true, is it not? We don't know. One canceled each other out, maybe. If you don't know dyslexia, it's like a bit of a learning impediment. Sometimes you can't read as fast as others, you can't write as fast as others, cause a little bit of issues. But some people, life gives them lemons, they make lemonade. When you have dyslexia, life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. But if you have dyslexia in the UK, they pick it up fast, right? They pick it up in the first or second year of school, and they give you, if you have dyslexia, they give you 30 to 40 minutes extra time on every exam forever. Pretty cool, right? Well, how old were you when you found out you had dyslexia, young lady? 32. 32. Eastern Europe. It's okay because it's officially, but they tell you unofficially actually. They tell you unofficially. They told me unofficially that I had dyslexia in second grade because in second grade my teachers invited my mom to school. They sat her down and they told her, "Look, we have to tell you something about Dragos. He's a little stupid." Unofficially, yes. Don't worry, don't cry, nothing serious, nothing serious. It's very normal, we have 8 of them this class, okay? But usually what we do is we monitor the situation until grade number 4, and if the stupidity escalates, we immediately fast track them for a career in local politics. But I found out I had dyslexia when I was like 27. I was quitting my corporate job to do comedy. I sent an email out to one of my friends, says like, let's go out and celebrate. I'm finally quitting. I'm gonna do comedy full time. And my friend replied, Dragos, this is a good decision. This is the funniest email I've ever received. I was like, funniest email? What do you mean? I said, Dragos, are you serious? This is not a joke. Oh my God, Dragos, look at your email signature. Now, do you know when you join a corporation, the first week they have you set up your email signature, right? Now, because of my dyslexia, I made a typo and I was not able to pick it up. And for 4 years, I thought my email signature was best regards Dragos, but for 4 years, my email signature was actually best retards Dragos. For 4 years, every email to my clients. But hey, thank you very much for buying our products. Come back for more. Best retards, Dragos. to my colleagues. I have the targets for next quarter. Let me know if I can help you with anything else. I'm going to hit them. Trust me, I can hit them. Best retard, Dragos. And for 4 years, no one said anything, okay? But every email response would be like, thank you, Dragos, you're the best. Guys, we've run out of time. Thank you very much for coming out. Round of applause for yourself. Hope you guys had fun. Thank you for coming out, for bringing your friends. Thank you for having us at the City Comedy Club. Round of applause for the venue as well.